Hi Cambridge class, welcome back to Maths. Today we will be looking at counting in tens, thousands, tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands. So as a warm-up, see if you can read the numbers on the screen. Could you pause the video now? Okay, here we've got 15,000 and 30. Remember what I said yesterday about the comma separating the thousands from the hundreds, tens and ones? So it's 15,000, there's no hundreds with it, and 30. 60,910. 27,801. 9,241. 530,175, and the last one is 490,116. Well done if you got those right, or if you were better than you were yesterday. Okay, so rather than me saying what's the 3 worth in this number, what's the 3 worth in this number, can you look at all the numbers and tell me which number on the screen has got the 3 underlined in the ones column? Which number has the 3 underlined in the ones column? Well done, it's this one. It's 490,113. This is the ones column. Which number has got the 3 underlined in the hundreds column? Hundreds column. You should have this one. So we've got ones, tens, hundreds. This has got the 3 in the hundreds column. 9,341. Which number has got the 3 underlined in the tens column? Which number has the 3 underlined in the tens column? It's this one. This is 3 tens here. 0, ones, 3 tens, 0 hundreds. So 15,000 and 30. Which number has the 3 underlined in the 300,000s? The 3 underlined in the 100,000s column. It's this one. That's 350,175. This has got the 3 underlined in the 100,000s column. It's worth 300,000s. And which number has got the 3 underlined in the thousands column? So this is the thousands column. It's 23,801. Which number has got the 3 underlined in the tens of thousands column? Represents 30,000s. It's this one, 30,910. Okay, thinking now about adding on 10 to a number, adding on 100 to a number, adding on 1,000 to a number. If you had to add 10 to this number, 30,910, which digit will change? Would this 3 change? Would the 0 change? Would the 9 change? Would the 1 change? Or would this 0 change if you add 10? Well, this is the ones column, this is the tens column. So if I add 1 10 onto the number, that 1 is going to become a 2. An extra 10 would make it 30,920. Which digit will change when adding 1,000 to this number? So I've got 30,910. If I add 1,000 to the number, which digit would change? Wouldn't be the ones, it wouldn't be the tens, it wouldn't be the hundreds, it would need to be the thousands. I'm going to add 1,000 to that number. It's going to become 31,910. Okay, which digit will change when adding 10,000 to this number? So I've got 30,910. I'm going to add 10,000. I need to find my 10,000 column. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. This is my tens of thousands. I'm going to add 1 tens of thousands. So it's going to become a 4. 40,910. And this one, if I add 100 to the number, which digit will change? Where's my hundreds column? It's here, isn't it? But if I add 1 to 9, it's going to become 10 hundreds. Can't put 10 there, can I? What do I need to do? I need to carry the 1 over here and put this as a 0. So 9 hundreds add 100s is 10 hundreds, which is the same as 1,000. So I've got to put a 1 up here and turn that into a 0. So it's 31,010. Okay, similar sort of thing, it's just set out a little bit differently. So my starting number is 5,047. I need to add 10 to it, add 100 and add 1,000. Here I've got 41,096. I need to add 10, add 100 and add 1,000. And here I've got a number, and when I add 10 to it, my answer's here. When I add 100 to it, my answer's here. When I add 1,000 to it, my answer's here, to this initial number. So how could you get this initial number? You've got to subtract 100 from this number to get your original number. So then this number, add 100, would make this number. So pause the video and then draw yourself this table on some paper and see if you can get the correct numbers in each box. Okay, so I've got 5,047. I'm going to add 10. This is my tens column. So I'm going to add 1 10. So I'm going to have 5,057. Here I'm going to add 100. This is my hundreds column. So it's going to be 5,147. Over here, I'm going to add 1,000 onto my original number. This is my thousands column, so it's going to be 6,047. Okay, I've got 41,096. I'm going to add 10 to the number. This is my tens column. If I add one more 10, I'm going to end up with 100, aren't I? So it's 41,106. If I add 100, I've got no hundreds at the moment, I need 100 in there. 41,196. And 1,000 to my 1,000 column. 42,096. Okay, I've got to work backwards here. So something, add 100 makes 6,170. I've got to take 100 off. This is my hundreds column. So it's going to be 6,070. 6,000 add 70. 6,070 add 1 in the hundreds column equals 6,170. So I've checked it and I know that I'm right. 6,070 add 10. Add 1 to the tens column, 6,080. And add 1,000, add 1 to the thousands column, it will be 7,070. Well done if you got those right. Okay, moving on, very similar. I've got a number here, 1,819, add 10 to it, add 100 and add 1,000. 37,902, add 10, add 100, add 1,000. Something, add 100 makes this. So you've got to first of all work out what your number was and check that it's going to be right once you've added 100 to it. And then when you've found this number, you can find 10 more and 1,000 more. Could you pause the video please and draw yourself a table and work out what numbers need to go in each box? Okay, so I'm going to add 10. This is my tens column. I'm going to add 1 to the tens. So 1,829. Over here, I'm going to add 1 to the hundreds. 1,919. I'm going to add 1 to the thousands. This is my thousands column, so it will be 2,819. Okay, moving on. I've got 37,902, add 10. This is my tens column. I'm going to put 1 more in there. 37,912. I need to add 100 now. This is my hundreds column. If I have another 100 in there, it's going to make 10 hundreds, and that's the same as 1,000. I'm going to have to put 1 more in the thousands column. It's going to be 38,002. And then 1,000 more. This is my thousands column. I need 1 more in the thousands column. 38,902. Okay, something add 100 makes this. So this take away 100, take away 1 from the hundreds column is 9,790. Let me check. 9,790 add 100 equals 9,890. That's right, because 1 more hundreds. 9,790 add 10. So add 1 more to the tens column. 9 tens add 1 more 10 is 10 tens, which is 100. So I'm going to have to add 1 more to this column. 9,800 together. And then over here, 1 more thousand. I've got 9 thousands. Add 1 more thousand is 10,790. Okay, well done if you were a little bit better that time. Okay, another challenge here. A number is shown in the place value grid. Write the number in figures and in words. So figures is using the digits, using the numbers, and then you need to write it in words. Then Alex adds 10 to the number, Tommy adds 100 to the number, Eva adds 1,000 to the number. Write each of their new numbers in figures and in words. So let's first of all write this number in figures. So we've got 5 tens of thousands, 2 thousands, I'm going to put a comma there to separate the thousands from the rest, 4 hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens and 5 ones. I've got 52,485. I need to now write this in words. Now when we have 2-digit numbers like 52, we hyphenate them. 52,000. Because there's a comma here, we can put a comma in just so it's clearer. 52,000, 52,400, and then again we've got this 85 which we stick together, so we need a hyphen. 85. 52,485. Alex adds 100 to this number. He's got to write the new number in figures and in words. So 10 more than this, 10 more than the 8 tens would be 9 tens. So it's going to be 52,495. 52,495 can get stuck together with a hyphen. 95. So it was 52,485 and now it's 52,495. Tommy adds 100 to the number. So 1 more in the hundreds column would be 52,585. 52,585. And I need to write that in words. So 52 gets squashed together with a hyphen. 52,000, comma, 585 with a hyphen. Eva adds 1,000 to the number. So here's my 1,000 column. 1 more 1,000 would be 53,000. 485. 53, squash it together. 53,400 and then 85 can get squashed together. 53,485. Okay, this is very similar. Can you pause the video and work out what the number is in figures and in words? Alex adds 10 to the number. What's that number in figures and words? Tommy adds 100 to the number. What's that in figures and words? Eva adds 1,000 to the number. What's that in figures and words? Have a go. Okay, so I've got 4 tens of thousands, 1,000, I'm going to put a comma there. I've got no hundreds, 2 tens and 4 ones. 41,000 and 24. 40, notice there's no U in there, like 4 has a U, 40 doesn't have a U. 41,000, comma, and 24. So the 24 can get squashed together with a hyphen like 41 can. 41,000 and 24. Alex adds 10 to the number, so 1 more in the tens column. That's going to be 41,000 and 34. 41,000 and 34. 41,000 and 34. Tommy adds 100 to the number. This is my hundreds column. I'm going to have 1 more in there. 41,124. 41,124. 41,124. 41,124. And Eva adds 1,000 to the number. This is my thousands column. It's going to be 42,024. 42,024. 42 with a hyphen. 1,000, comma, because there's a comma in the digits. 42,024 can be hyphenated. 42,024. Well done if you got those right. Okay, so by adding tens or hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, we're now going to have a look at some sequences. We need to know what is happening in the sequence. Is it increasing, which is going up, or decreasing, which is going down? What is it increasing or decreasing by? How do we know? And can we write the next 3 numbers in the sequence? So what is happening? What is actually changing? I've got 3,201, 3,301, 3,401, 3,501. The ones are staying the same, the tens are staying the same, and the thousands are staying the same, but the hundreds column is changing. It's going 2, 3, 4, 5. So the hundreds column is increasing, it's going up by 1 every time. So we're adding on 100 every time. We need to write the next 3, add 1 more to the hundreds column. So 3,601, 3,701, 3,801. So we could put a comma to separate the thousands and the hundreds here, but I thought it would get a little bit complicated because we've got commas to separate the numbers in the sequence. We're not going to bother this time. Okay, we've got a new sequence. 73,619, 83,619, 93,619. So what's happening? Is it increasing or decreasing? Is it going up? I believe it is going up, so it's increasing. What is it increasing by, and how do we know? Well, the 9163, 9163, 9163 is staying the same, but then the tens of thousands number, 'cause that's ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. The tens of thousands digit is going up by 1. So we're adding on 10,000 every time. So 73,619, 83,619, 93,619. We've got 9 tens of thousands. We're going to need 10 tens of thousands, which is actually 100,000. But that's 93,000. I'm going to have 103,000. And then my 619 will stay the same. Then I'm going to have one more tens of thousands. This is my tens of thousands digit. I'm going to have 113,619. 113,619. And then I'm going to have 123,619. So I've got 103,619, 113,619, 123,619. It's a bit tricky, that one. Okay, have a look at this one. What is happening? Is it getting bigger or smaller? Is it increasing or decreasing? What by? How do you know? And can you write the next 3 numbers? Can you pause the video and have a go? Okay, I can see that I've got 6 tens of thousands, 6 thousands, 800s in both of those, but then it starts to get smaller. So I've got 9 ones each time. This is 1 10, 0 tens, 9 tens. So I believe it's taking away 10 every time. So I need to take away 10. One from the tens column. 66,789. 66,779. 66,769. I'm going to check that that's right. So 66,769, add one more 10. 66,779, add one more 10. 66,789, add one more 10. 66,799. 66,800, because 79 tens, add one more 10 makes 80 tens, and your 9 ones. Then I've got 81 tens. So I've got 81 tens, 80 tens, 79 tens, 78 tens, 77 tens, 76 tens. It's going down by 10 every time, decreasing by 10. Okay, have a go at these sequences. So work out what they're going up or down in every time, and then fill in the gaps. Can you pause the video to have a go at these? Okay, looking at this first one, I can see that that's a 5 and that's a 7, and the other digits all stay the same. So 4 tens of thousands, 5 thousands, 0 hundreds, 0 tens, 1 1. Then it goes to 7 thousands. So the middle one has got to be 6 thousands. 4 tens of thousands, 6 thousands, and 1 1. So 45,001, 46,001, 47,001, 48,001, and 49,001. Over here, I can see that says 60, 113, 59, 113, 56, 113. So my 113 is staying there all the time, but it's going 60, 59. So that's going to be 58, 113, 57, 113. So 58,113, 57,113. Okay, here. So we've got 109112, 109122, 109142. So my hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, thousands, hundreds and ones are staying the same, but my tens digit is changing. So it goes from a 1 to a 2 to a 3 to a 4. So it's still 109,000, but it's 132. So 109,142, 109,132, 109,122, 109,112, 109,102. There we go. Well done if you got those correct. Okay, challenge for you here. If I count in tens from 448, doesn't say whether I go up or down, so it could be either. Which of these numbers will I count? Why will I not count the other ones? So if I started counting forwards in tens from 448, which of these will I count? Which of them will I not count? And why will I not count them? Pause the video and see if you can have a think. Okay, so if I count in tens, I'm going to still have the same number of ones, aren't I? So I'm going to have, if I count up, 448, 458, 468. So I am going to have this one, 478, 488. If you notice, I'm always having an 8 in the ones. So I'm going to say that one, and I'm going to say that one. If I count backwards, 438, 428, 418, 408, 398. I'm always still going to have 8 in the ones. So I'm not going to have these two because my numbers need to have 8 ones. Rosie counts forwards and backwards in tens from 317. Circle the numbers Rosie will count. Explain why Rosie will not say the other numbers. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so from the previous question, we know that if you add on tens every time, your ones will always be the same. 317, 327, 337. So all the ones that end in a 7, she's going to say, if we're adding on 10 every time, or if it's above 0. Now, if we're going backwards, 307, 297, 287, we're still saying 7 at the end, but then when it gets to a negative number, it gets a little bit tricky. I'll draw a little number line. If we have a number line, and we've got 7 over here, and we're adding on 10, we say 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So if we get to 0, we have actually taken away 7. To take away 10, we need to take away 3 more. What's 0? Take away 3. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. We're going to get to negative 3. We're not going to get to negative 7. It's going to be negative 3. I'm going to look at negative numbers in a couple of weeks. So negative 3, take away 10 more, would be negative 13, and then negative 23. So why will Rosie not say the other numbers? Well, if you're adding forwards or backwards in tens, you will always have a 7 at the end. But once you get to negative numbers, 7 take away 10 is negative 3. not -7. Okay, have a go at this one. We're nearly at the end now. Rosie says, when I count in tens from 672, I will land on 702. Jack says, when I count in hundreds from 672, I will land on 1572. Amir says, when I count back in tens from 408, I will land on 301. Who has made a mistake? How do you know? Okay, so from the previous questions, if you count in tens, you're changing your tens column, your ones column is going to be the same. We're still going to have 2 in the units. So Rosie is correct. If you count in hundreds, your hundreds digit is going to change. But your tens and ones will always be the same. So 602, 702, 802, 902, 1,000, sorry I'm doing that wrong, 672, 772, 872, 972, 1,072, 1,172, 1,272, 1,372, 1,472, 1,572. So we knew that 72 would have to be at the end, which it was, so that's why that would work. Amir says, when I count back in tens from 408, I will land on 301. Well, we know that if we take away the tens number, the ones will always be the same as long as it's not below 0. And that's got 1 in the ones column, so that's wrong. So how do we know? Because if you take away tens from a number, you'll always have the same number of ones. So you should have 8 ones, not 1 1. This is a similar question, so pause the video and have a go. Okay, Mo says, I am counting up in tens from 184. I will include 224. This is the tens number. No, this is going to stay the same. So 194, 204, 214, 224. I'm counting up in hundreds from 604. So when you count up in hundreds, this will change, but the 0 and the 4 will stay the same. 604, 704, 804, 904, 1004, not 1040. And Jack, I'm counting up in thousands from 13. So the hundreds, tens and ones will stay the same. 1,013, 2,013, 3,013. I can't see a 13 here at the end. So Jack is wrong. Okay, circle and correct the mistake in each sequence. Have a look at what changes and what stays the same. I've got 7875, 8875, 9875, 11875, 12875, 13875. 7, 8, 9, 11. 7,000s, 8,000s, 9,000s, 11,000s. So that should actually be 10,875. Try and say it as in a bit of a rhythmic way. 864, 764, 664, 554, 444, 664, 664, 664, 664, 664. I've got 864, 764, 664, I should have 564 and then 464. So both of them are wrong. Okay, well done everybody. That's the end of the lesson today. So I'll see you tomorrow for some more place value.